Hey everybody, got another build here for you. This is the PRS kit. This is a Muselady PRS type guitar kit guitar. Let's see, basic specs. Oh, I don't know. It's whatever a PRS is. I think it's mahogany and mahogany with a flame maple veneer kind of a thing going on. I did it in a black cherry burst, so black on the outside and cherry on the inside. This is the no sandback burst technique that I did a video on. This is one of the guitars that was is one of the samples that I showed in that video. It's not I didn't do this guitar in that video, but I just showed the technique a little bit. But yeah, I did the headstock, and I did the body in the burst, and the back has a bit of the burst going on too, and even the neck has the burst going on, and the back of the headstock, so yeah. This thing's definitely bursted. It's also quite dirty, as a lot of the guitars here in the shop. The finish is Kita wood dye, water based. The front of the face of the guitar got 2 coats of clear shellac, and then the whole thing got like 2 or 3 coats of linseed oil. And then mineral oil on the fretboard. The fretboard's also been dyed with Kita wood dye in a red, and it gave it just a little bit of a red tint. Also to the inlays gave a bit of a red tint, so yeah. And then the mineral oil has been used on the fretboard, so that's the finishes on it. As far as the kit goes, it's a Muselady kit. There were like really no issues whatsoever with this guitar. It was more or less just finish the thing and bolt it together. Only thing that's not stock on this is I converted it to a bolt-on using leftover plate from the Rose build, and just a set of neck screws that I scored gold, and just cheapo import neck screws that come with like a cheapo import plate, neck plate. And that's about it for this. Nothing really fancy or special. It hasn't had any mods. It's still got the original tuners on it, and original strap buttons on it and everything, so. But, you know, it plays fine, and as far as that stuff goes. And, you know, the frets weren't too bad out of the box, and I did a little work on them probably, I think. Don't recall offhand, I was kicking out a lot of guitars real quick, so. Of course, this thing won't really focus enough in order to tell. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously not sharp or anything. I don't do anything sharp any longer. I don't allow my guitars to be sharp anymore. But yeah, I mean, it's still got a plastic nut on it, so you know I haven't done much to this guitar, because by and large, almost none of my guitars have plastic nuts on them anymore. But yeah, as far as like playability and such goes, no issues. You know, it's got decent electronics and a decent neck and everything. And I've never actually had a real PRS in my hands before, but assuming that this thing is an accurate reproduction, you know, there's nothing wrong at all with these types of guitars that I can tell. Paul Reed Smith was actually pretty clever when he was trying to break into the traditional guitar market, there was two basic camps: the short scale Gibson camp and the longer scale Fender camp. And guitars from one didn't really appeal to a large number of people who were members of the other camp. So, so what he did is he kind of split the difference and had a guitar that both Gibson and Fender fans wouldn't have issues with. So, but that's just the way, I don't know. Musicians tend to be rather persnickety, I've discovered. The longer you play guitar, the less anything matters. I guess might be a way to put it. The longer you play guitar, the less the little details of, oh, it's this scale length or that scale length, or it has this or that or the other, or whatever. Whatever the issues are. The longer you play, the more experienced you become, the less issues are issues, because you're experienced enough to work around it, or work with it, or whatever, avoid it, what have you. So, and it gets to the point where you can, it doesn't matter what somebody shoves in your hands. You can play anything. You can play anything and make it sound decent, at least decent. So, but yeah, Paul Reed Smith had a clever idea there. I'll split the difference between the Fender and the Gibson camp, and hopefully be able to sell to both customer bases. And then on the marketing side too, he was real clever in that, he tried to get his guitars into the hands of famous guitarists in order to get some publicity that way. Oh my God. Yeah. But anyway, so this is the Muselady PRS kit. And now I can say I've got a PRS since I'm trying to collect one of everything. And, it's a decent thing. It's got the 2-point trim. Other than that, it's, rip off of a Fender trim, more or less. So, but then again, I guess the Floyd Rose is sort of too, or at least based on it. But this is more or less probably identical to the 2-point Fender trim that they use nowadays. So it's all basically the same kind of stuff. Alright, so until the next video, until the next build, I think I've still got like 4 to go to get caught up again. Everybody, have a good one. Do a little B-roll. Definitely pleased with the cherry, with the black cherry. I like that finish. Might have to do more of these. Okay, everybody, have a good one.